thank you again for your continued feedback on this series. I have added or changed a couple of things as per your suggestions in the last couple of episodes. Switched formation, but still kind of along the lines of the 4-4-2. Basically trying to stay away from a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. I've gone with a 4-1-2-1-2 wide, so we still have the wingers. And we still have a midfielder, or two people in the middle, but one that's pushed further forward and one that's sat further back. And I've also put Conceição as the player in that cam role ahead of George Maris for the time being. Also, you guys have told me that Abadia is how you pronounce the young guy's name, so I will try and rectify my pronunciation there. I apologise that I've been getting it wrong. He's actually started to grow quite well already since we signed him, so that's very, very positive indeed. You guys are continually encouraged by the form of Brown too, so looking forward to getting... Can I set him as a centre mid? Oh, he is just set as a centre mid there anyway, is he? I just basically want to have him still sat or registered as a centre mid. There we go. For him to match his position to give him the best possible growth. I've also altered the tactics slightly and switched to balanced rather than drop back and balanced rather than possession to try and help with the amount of players I have in support going both ways in the pitch. And I will be changing Cano's position to centre-back. I just haven't, as of yet, downloaded the live editor and done that. But that will be happening over the next couple of episodes. I need to get this video recorded so you can have it at 3 o'clock before I do anything else. With regards to feedback on some of the Youth Academy players I've been turning down, there's been some call to sign players purely to sell them on for profit. I want to lean away from that. Yes, in a purely FIFA sense, it's a great way to earn extra money, but we do try to be realistic with our saves, and I don't think it's realistic to sign a player for the sole purpose of selling them in 2 weeks' time. I don't feel that's kind of cheating the system a bit, cheating the FIFA mechanics a bit to earn some extra money that I'm not really comfortable with that. That doesn't sit well with me. So I won't be doing that. I have also altered the sliders slightly with some of the slightly odd and ridiculous goals the AI have been scoring. I've lowered, technically, their shot... Well, no, I've upped their shot error from 35 to 42. Still lowered from default, which is 50, but I've kind of found the middle ground there, and we'll see how that plays out. There was a bit of misunderstanding. I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes that League 2 players in real life are very good as actual footballers, and then when I conceded a very good goal, I made a comment saying players in League 2 shouldn't be scoring goals like that. And on paper, those two comments do contradict each other. I cleared myself in the comment, or kind of cleared it up in the comments. I'll mention it again in a video. League 2 players in real life are very, very good footballers. Where I complained about League 2 players scoring that sort of goal, it was with regards their FIFA selves. The FIFA players, with ratings as low as they are, shouldn't be scoring goals like that. League 2 players in real life can score the quality of goal we've been seeing in this game and in lower divisions freely. But with players that have stats as low as they are, they shouldn't be scoring goals of that calibre. That's what I meant when I mentioned particularly about the Luke Norris goal, I think it was against Colchester. So moving forward in January, we are waiting on a couple of scout reports for some players. I've also actually called up from the youth squad Elliot Clark. He's got 5-star week for only 1-star skills. With the live editor, I will adjust skill moves for Clark and Abadia. I'll give them probably just 2 or 3. 1 is pointless. Like, there is not a single professional footballer in the world that would have 1-star skills. Everybody can do a ball roll or a drag back. It's not even... So maybe I'll just give them 3. Because everybody in the world can do 3... You know, the sort of skills you could do with a 3-star skill. So I'll give Clark 3-star skills. I'll give Abadia 3-star skills. And from there, we'll just work ourselves forward. But I've caught him up as per your suggestions. And obviously, he is now in training as well. There's still a bit of contention as to whether to sell Dallas or not. We should wait and see. We'll wait and see. But I think with the emergence of Abadia, we might just sell Andy Dallas on and pocket the money. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But for the time being, I'm looking at Luther James Wildin on a potential pre-contract. I'm also looking at Jack Fitzwater from West Brom on a potential pre-contract as well, because I am very much short on centre-backs. And Will Norris is also available on a pre-contract, but I don't know if I'd be able to get him. It says he's unwilling to relocate at this time there, and I'm not sure if I could afford his wages. I think he's on about 20 grand a week. We probably could, but I'm not sure if he'd be willing to come. So maybe we could just buy Will Norris at a later date, because he's probably not going to be valued that highly when we've got the money. And I'm probably going to go for Fitzwater and James Wildin as pre-contract signings for this window. Both 23 years of age with decent scope for growth. So that's where I'm leaning currently, and probably where I will go in this episode. We still sit 22nd in the table, and I've had a bid for Delev immediately, which I shall just accept right off the bat. There's no point negotiating for an extra 30, 40k. I was hoping to be able to do that with a couple of deals, and I just haven't had the opportunity to. Harrison Dunk is staying, though. That's for sure for the time being. And Reggie Lamb is sold. He has gone now. Reggie Lamb is out of the club, meaning that young Elliot Clark, actually probably Luke Hannon, is going to step onto the bench. But Elliot Clark will certainly have a part to play now moving forward, and I'll have to adjust that in the subs bench here as well, I believe. Yeah, Lewis Page has been drafted in. Let me take Lewis Page out so we can put Clark in. Right, so then, we shall start with Wimbledon. And then Wimbledon away, Bury at home. I'll probably sim that one. We'll play Ipswich and play Scunthorpe, and we'll sim Bury and Gillingham. Both home games, and the others are all away, apart from the Ipswich one. But Ipswich are the biggest team in the division right now, and we didn't play them in the first game, so we'll play them in the second. Right, all of that said and sorted, we shall go now and play Wimbledon. You're the man for the job, Dominic. You certainly will be playing every week, if possible. Adebayo and Ngoy up top. Amici on the left, Leon Davis on the right, Conceição at cam, with Dominic Brown there in centre mid / CDM. Page, Collins, Cano, Noyle, Mitov. We shall try and pick up some more results. You guys are still enjoying the struggle in this save, so thank you for your continued support. We will get ourselves out of this division sooner rather than later. It's looking highly unlikely that it'll be this season unless we finish the year with one hell of a run. It's probably unlikely. Thank you as well for your votes on the kits for next season. Those votes have been finalised, and the full-time or finished results have been passed on to Merrick Kits, and he'll be sorting the mod out for us to adjust at the end of this season for the new kits. I'll leave it as a surprise as to what kits they will be, rather than, well, I mean, you could go and have a look at the Twitter and it will show you the results there, but I'll leave it as a surprise. Thank you to everybody that came across and voted, by the way, and those of you that went and followed me on Twitter as well. Very much appreciate that. Let's jump in. Wimbledon away. I need some points, please. Joe Pigott up top for Wimbledon. Scored a good goal against us last time we played them. Ruben Collins is on the bench. They still have Zanev in goal. 5 at the back for them. It was a 2-1 defeat, I think, last time we played Wimbledon. And one of those frustrating games where we feel like we could have gotten a result. We'll wait and see if we can get a result on this occasion. I don't know whether to be confident or not. We're obviously trying out a new formation and slightly altered the tactics too. So we'll wait and see if they actually work or not. McLaughlin looking over the top. Can we get to that with Lewis Page? We can at the second attempt. Their man brought it down, but we won it back again. Conceição out wide to Noyle. I am still worried about Conceição's stamina. We are training it, but provided he can improve sooner rather than later with that stamina, he could still have a future at the club. But for the time being, it looks unlikely. Adebayo will look to accelerate around the outside the defender and draw a good save out of Zanev. No opening goal yet. Oh, I need to adjust that. Cano certainly shouldn't be taking corners. He should be the man on the end of corners. Let's adjust that quickly. Obviously, changing the tactics has affected the roles as well. Matesey's on free kicks. That's fine. Corner. Let's give corners to Conceição. And then outside of that, we'll just leave it for the time being. I'll have to double check. Who is my captain? Oh, it's Collins. I'm quite happy for Collins to be captain, actually. But Cano certainly not taking corners, and I'll adjust that. I've literally just changed it. Did I not save it or something? Conceição delivers. Maybe it didn't register in time. That's going to fall. Oh, and they nearly scored an own goal. Nudged it back towards his own goal there, the Wimbledon man. Brown into Adebayo. I need to turn. And he's found Ngoy, who's got the strength to hold off the defender, but not the pass to find Conceição, unfortunately. That's annoying. That was a really good opportunity. Well done, Dominic Brown. It's my fault for turning back into the Wimbledon man, but we've got a throw. Not been amazing so far, but we're getting there. Conceição through to Adebayo. I tried to do a skill move there, and he just looked at it and didn't do it. Conceição, nice little 1-2 with Brown. We'll try an effort from outside the box. Quite comfortable for the keeper, though. Get that out there to a matey, and we'll turn and get it. Oh, come on. Get it inside. Riley, nicely done by Brown. Interceptions all over the shop at the minute. And Ngoy out wide to a matey before we look for Adebayo. And I've got the space to get into here and drive centrally. And we'll tuck this back to Brown, who will look for Ngoy, who holds the defender off well. And inexplicably misses the target. How? Oh, that should be 1-0 Cambridge. How has he not even hit the target, let alone drawn the keeper into a save or scored? Deeps, man. Oh my God, I can't believe we haven't gone 1-0 up there. If they go at the other end immediately and go 1-0 up themselves, I will be pissed. Thank you, Dominic Brown. He is going to be one hell of a player for us, I think, in this save. Leon, if I've run that slightly, and then you kicked it against the Wimbledon man when trying to pass it as well. Never mind. We've been the better team. We just need to make that show on the scoreline. Cano across to Davies. Oh, there to Adebayo. Conceição. Swept up wide to Matey. I'll be honest, I wanted to aim it at Brown, but never mind. Conceição looking for Ngoy, who's in. Ngoy was on target at least. It was better than the last time, but simple for the keeper. Ngoy's weak foot, obviously not as good as we would have hoped in that position. Adebayo around the corner. He scored a couple of goals on his left foot recently, but good block by Nightingale. 3 goals in his last 3 games, Adebayo. Good delivery by, Matey on that far side. Sadly, not able to get it to a teammate. Inside to Wordsworth. And Riley. Wimbledon looked to counter at the beginning of the half. Can we step in there with Adebayo? It was a Matey even. We've done well there. I'll be honest, I do feel like we're playing better football in this game right now than we have done recently. I'll get that through there to Adebayo, who has Ngoy on the overlap, who... scores wonderfully! If you can score that, how did you miss the last one? What a cracking finish from Julian and Ngoy. Into the box, Adebayo turning provider on this occasion. Thumping finish. Smashes it from 20 yards off the underside of the bar. That's a stunning goal. Certainly a contender for goal of the season as well. Wonderful finish from Julian and Ngoy. And we lead at the hour mark. Davies forward to Brown. He can't quite get there. It was a loose pass from Leon Davies. Koulibaly going to Barcelona, apparently. I'm expecting some big moves in this window. We saw some drastically massive moves in the summer window at the beginning of this season. Most notably, Jadon Sancho going to Arsenal. Nice tackle by Cano, but it's fallen free. But thankfully, Mitov is there to pick up the ball. And Ngoy should win this header. Unfortunately, he hasn't. We're on the back foot again. They've had chances in this game, Wimbledon. 3 to our 6. Wordsworth trying to build again for them. Leon Davies stepping in. That's why it helps to have a right back or player that can be quite defensive in a wide position. And Ngoy, I'll look for Adebayo over the top. It's a poor pass. It's a really bad pass, but thankfully the header's fallen back to Conceição. Brown is with me. And out wide is Leon Davies again. his touch lets him down, but we will keep the ball. Conceição to Brown. Forward. Adebiejo. I've got defenders with me trying to shake them off. Back to Conceição. Here's Leon Davis. Oh, he's in the box well here, Leon Davis. And I've got a man at the back post. Oh, how has Thomas won that? Dominic Brown. All he had to do was just get anything on it, and that was 2-0. And Goy looking for Brown again. Oh, shot blocked well. How have we not gone 2-0 up there? I'm not sure. We're keeping the pressure on. I'm actually going to make a change. Conceição's going to come off now. Let me bring Abadia on, actually. Do I? No, I'm going to bring Maris on, and I'm bring Abadia on for... No, I'm not. I'm not going to make any other changes. I'm just going to make that one change for Conceição. Just the one. Everybody else has been playing well, and I can't really justify taking them off at this stage. Brown to Adebiejo. Steps away from the defender, and he's fouled in doing so. I was just about to pull the trigger in a similar fashion to Ngoy's goal earlier. It should just be a yellow card for their captain, and indeed it will be Nightingale. Can we grab ourselves the second goal here? What? Oh, they're making another change. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go for it. I'll try and pop it there if we can. I'll try and time it right, which we've done well. It's hit him in the face. Never mind, the mates, he'll just bury the rebound instead. We're getting 3 points, but let's not get carried away. We got 3 points in the first game yesterday and still didn't do that well in the whole month. But a great start again. We just need to build on it this time. That was lucky as well, that it fell straight back to Amaechi. But good finish second time around after a poor free kick. I think I might be taking those free kicks by laying them off to someone moving forward, because I just don't have a free kick specialist as of yet. Page. That's a lovely run by Amaechi, who's in here, and we'll look for a third. And we'll have one. Best performance of the season so far. Best result of the season so far. Cambridge 3, Wimbledon 0. Well then. Plenty to be built upon in today's episode so far. Plenty to be built upon. I mean, it has to go down as the best result of the season to this point, provided we can keep a clean sheet. And so... hang on. They're on the attack. So far, we've done that well. Riley, nice tackle by Collins. Yes, we have done that well. I've no idea who I'm passing that to. Radoni. Wordsworth. Piggott. Don't you score against me again, Joe. Thomas. Into the middle. Collins should win this and has done so. We will get ourselves a 3-0 win away from home against Wimbledon. Ball supposed to go all the way across the other side. Oh, let's go! Don't get carried away, though. We did this yesterday. We had a good result, albeit there was 3 goals in that game as well, but it was 2-1 against Grimsby rather than 3-0. But those performance figures... Whoa! Build on it, cheese! Let's actually go and get ourselves some extra players as well, if we can. One thing you will have seen me earlier talk about potentially signing 2 pre-contracts, and that's based on your feedback in the comment section as well. We have, in recent series, tried to steer away from making more than 1 pre-contract player, 1 pre-contract signing per season. But whilst we are in real financial difficulties at Cambridge in these early seasons in the lower leagues, I agree with those of you in the comment section that have said we should perhaps allow ourselves 2, potentially 3 if the opportunity arises and it's realistic to do so. Pre-contract signings whilst we're in League 1 and 2. We can readjust when we get to the Championship, when in theory we should have a budget to be able to buy the players that we want. But whilst we quite simply just can't afford to buy the players that we want, I should allow myself the opportunity to sign on pre-contracts a player or 2 that I would like, based on the fact that that's the only way we have to sign players other than the youth system that we currently have. So I'm going to do that, and thank you for allowing me the extra leeway and giving me that feedback. So I would very much prefer Jack Fitzwater over James Wilden to start with. He's my priority of the 2. He will, I won't say start definitively, because Cano is still going to want a lot of first team football. I will counter. I'll try and keep his expectations as low as possible. He's going to want crucial, apparently. Okay. And we're making good progress. Let's agree on how many years you want to sign for us. As long as possible, please. 23 years of age, should grow well. And if we have Cano, Fitzwater and Collins, then we will be in a great position moving forward with our centre-backs. Those three, plus Harry Darling as backup, 3,100 is fine. Extra £100 a week. Fitzwater will join us next season from West Brom. I would like James Wilden. He's got great physical stats. Can play at centre mid. Decent in the tackle and short passing wise, and hopefully will grow as well. Obviously, the dynamic potential is what I'm looking for. That system will allow us to grow players a little bit more than usual. I'll try and again minimise how much first team football they'll expect, because it obviously will affect their morale if they're not playing every week. But I'll just have to hopefully later down the line offer them a new contract with a different role, and fingers crossed they'll sign it at that point. That's something we could try and do. Now, they're not going to give me an idea of what they want wage-wise. He's currently on £3,000 a week, so I will offer him exactly what he's on, plus 20 grand as a sign-on fee, and hopefully they'll accept that. They won't. A larger sign-on fee and a bonus. Well, how about I give you the larger bonus and slightly more wage-wise? No other bonus though. Buzzing! 2 players to join us next season on a free. Now, Will Norris, will you be coming back to the club? I still am unsure as to whether to go for Will Norris or not. I think I'll hold off, because I could just buy him in a later season. Right, Conceição was the one, main man in that last training regime. Which one was it? Brown, Conceição, right. That one. Regens. Okay, well, tackling next then. And up next will be 2 simulated games. Hopefully we can crack on with some more points. Let's head to those now. Another transfer offer for Harrison Dunk whilst we're on the way to the next game, but I'm going to continually turn down offers for Dunk. And further scout report. Probably not going to sign too many more youngsters, considering the amount we've got already at this stage. None of these are actually worth signing, though, to be fair. So that neutralises that issue. And Delev has been sold as well. So I'm leaning to... Obviously, we've got some money to spend here now. But with the realism mod, we can take it across from season to season. So I'm going to be happy enough, I think, with the 2 pre-contracts we've made so far. And we're going to, hopefully, be able to build on those signings with some purchased players next season with a bigger budget. That's the plan. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to go on a massive FA Cup run, but the money we've got saved there, hopefully we can have a decent pre-season tournament next season as well and raise some money there too. Ngoy gives us a 1-0 lead at home against Bury. Rushford equalises for Bury though. Ngoy again. He's having the episode of his career so far. He certainly made an impression when he first came in and we moved him to striker. And then Adebayo kind of took over in the last episode, but Ngoy is certainly looking the parts right now. Don't let it go to your head, Abadia. Don't let it go to your head. You do look like you could be a very promising player for us moving forward, though. So fingers crossed he continues to grow and grow well. Similarly, Cano is growing and growing well too. Really pleased with a couple of the youngsters we've gotten in now. Cano is certainly a much better scout future star than Conceição. We'll continue with this 4-4-2 in the rotated side, though. Let me throw... Where are you? Oh, there, Maris into that starting lineup. We'll take Leon Davies out there. We'll actually throw Clark in. Give him some first team football too. But Williams, that makes sense. See, I might put Abadia in for Dallas. Although for simulated games, a higher rated player is probably going to be better. We'll wait and see how things get on. Scout reports come back from other players that are available on a free. So I'll go and have a look at those after we've simmed this game against Gillingham. And then if there's anything to be done there, then I can cut back and show you. But I will only sign at most 1 more player on a pre-contract because we've done 2 already and I don't want to go overboard with it. Kinde misses a penalty for them after 5 minutes. Abadia! Hello, mate! Oh, Mandron. Never mind. 1-1. A minute after half-time. A point wouldn't be the worst, though. Nibs! 3 would be wonderful! Oh, are we about to win 3 straight games? Oh, we have! Sweet Jesus! 9 points in a row! Christ alive, we're up to 16th. Oh, 37. We are 7 points off the playoffs. I told you all we needed was one run with loads of results together. A run of like one good month where we win every game or most of the games. Then we could get ourselves back in contention. Is it happening? Oh, stay calm. Stay calm. We've been through so much already this season. You need to end this. You need to end the episode strong, Ches. You need to end the episode strong. I'm gonna go and have a look at those scout reports, and then we'll take it from there. Woohoo! Rather frustratingly, as I'm on my way towards the end of the month, the game against Ipswich has been moved. I might have missed it, but I don't recall seeing an email telling me about that. So I advanced after the Gillingham game, and it just took me straight through into the next week. So I was like, oh, maybe it got moved for like an FA Cup tie, and it's been moved to next month. No. They've moved the Ipswich game until 2 weeks after the end of the season. So, we've got Leyton Orient on the 24th, and then we have to wait 2 weeks for the final game of the season against Ipswich at home. Don't understand that, but it is what it is. So we will go and play Scunthorpe, and there will only be 2 played games in this episode, unfortunately now. Apologies for that, but that was out of my control. If I'd have noticed quicker, well, it hadn't been done before the Gillingham game. Or at least I just wasn't paying attention to the calendar. Oh, regardless. Let's go and play Scunthorpe, shall we? Sorry, Ipswich fans. We will play that Ipswich game, because there were a couple of Ipswich fans in the comment section last time. Like, I wanted to see you play Ipswich, so you didn't. So I will play that one against Ipswich. But moving forward then, can we make it 4 from 4? Jesus, I never thought I'd say that this season. Scunthorpe. Olafela Olamola up top for them again, as well as Kevin Van Veen. Can't remember what happened last time we played Scunthorpe, result-wise. I remember Colclough playing well against me, I think. So many RTGs over so many seasons with so many teams and so many players, they all blur into one for me. My brain is getting too old to be able to remember specific instances. What I can remember, though, is that so far in January, we've won every game. Let's keep that up if we can. Scunthorpe certainly starting off on the front foot here. Thankfully, they've given the ball away. Win that, please, Leon. It was Kyle Loyal, actually, at right back. Leon Davis will pull this back here to Conceição. Will go through there. Nicely to Ngoy. Mates here slightly overplayed that pass. And a BH, oh, he's turned brilliantly. The second turn, not quite so good. Caught! Oh, if he goes to ground, I'm sure we get a pen there, but just stumbling. The referee deems it not enough of a contact to give the foul. I'm pretty sure if he falls over there, we get a pen. And the best possible chance of going 1-0 up. Gillied down the line to Mattison. And Matesy trying to close him down here. Cross could come in. It's back to Gillied again. Sutton. Well held by Mitov. Or Clough. That's that characteristic switch that the AI like to do. Olamola. Oh, cheeky little back heel. Van Veen. Oh, this has got to be and is 1-0 Scunthorpe. Really well worked. We find ourselves 1-0 down against the Iron. It was just that back heel there. And then a second back heel. Fair play. Shot error or no shot error, he was never going to miss that. So Matesy quickly through to Adebayo, got tackled at a vital time for Scunthorpe there, because there was a brilliant run being made by his strike partner. Gillied with the throw back, and Mattison will find McCardle. Can Ngoy get to that? I can't quite. Sutton out wide, waiting for the ball down the line that doesn't come. Jean-Ro inside to Sutton. Brown intercepts, but it's actually fallen kindly for Scunthorpe, and they'll take the advantage. And to be fair, I think they should have gotten a free kick there. Advantage or no advantage, it should have been given. But as we approach half-time, it's still 1-0. It could be 2, though, still. Colclough, oh, he's dropped the shoulder. Wasn't ready for that. Is he going to do it again? No, he stands up to the back post. Oh, you just knew it. You just knew it. The defenders in those situations never win the header. Never. You just can't attack it properly enough. His pace just stands there underneath it. That's a very FIFA goal, frustratingly. 2-0 Scunthorpe. Doesn't look like it is going to be 4 straight wins for us unless we have the best second half of the entire season after the best full 90 minutes against Wimbledon. Noyle. Down the line. Great ball for Leon Davis, who's going to turn inside and has support here. And Goy, I'm going to have to rely on his strength. Get past the defender. Constay Sale. Oh, we're trying some back heels of our own. Oh, wow. That was so bad. That was so bad. Julian and Goy, you are so hit and miss. Please start hitting and stop missing. Goy to Adebayo. Oh, I was just going to try and lift that through, but it's well defended. Jonathan Tah has gone to Atletico Madrid. That's unfortunately not going to fall for me there. Oh, man. We could have been right back in it there. Cano with a lovely tackle. Pass was supposed to go to the man stood next to me and went nowhere near him, but thankfully Brown is intercepted again. Oh, I can't quite seem to cut it here against Scunthorpe. Still feel like we're playing better football than we have done in previous episodes, but it's just not going my way on this occasion. But so be it. 9 points from a potential 12 would still certainly be a massively impressive haul considering our form so far this season, and puts us back on the journey to redemption. It might yet be 3 though before the end of this move. Yeah, it's not going to fall for me in this one. It's falling for them. 3-0 Scunthorpe, game over. Brown. Forward to Adebayo. Quickly forward there to Abadia. To Carruthers. 2 substitutes linking up. We'll look to play Abadia in again. And he is in again. And he's got a 4-star weak foot. Oh my God. We might have just found our new striker. And Goy's been playing well, but Abadia's making an impression off the bench, isn't he there? Great acceleration to get to it. Nice sharp turn. Gets away from the challenge and thumps it home. Haggiston, Abadia. His finishing isn't that good either still. Yeah, 2. It was like 54 last time I saw it. No, sorry, 45. 45 finishing. That was a really good goal. 3-1. Certainly have our impact striker off the bench, don't we? Oil steps in well. Look for Carruthers. He's found well too. Abadia, nice first touch. Adebayo. Abadia's gone again. Oh, I tried to do a step over and he can't. I tried to do a step over to get past the defender and he can't do it. He just turned regardless. The acceleration was good enough to get past the man. Unfortunately, there was that 45 finishing on this occasion. I really like this young kid. I'm glad you guys convinced me to go back and sign him, because initially I rejected the opportunity to bring him to the club. It appears that it might be a moment of inspiration from you guys to get him back into the first team picture. Abadia will look out wide. Oh, it's gone to Adebayo. It's into Amaechi. Adebayo again, quickly round the corner, but poor pass. Won't find Abadia, and he shrugs his shoulders and asks what the hell that pass was. Sorry, Haggiston. My bad. Brown through to Abadia again. Oh, can't turn the defender on this occasion. It's going to be a 3-1 defeat against Scunthorpe. But we've played well in this game. And I feel hard done by to lose it by quite such a margin. But overall, best episode of the season so far. Can't complain, really. 4 shots to their 9. They definitely deserved the win, but I think we could have scored a couple. They certainly deserved their 3, but I think we probably should have grabbed 2 in that game. Fair to say. I mean, I'll say the blame is mine, but never mind. The lads did their best. They definitely did. We played well in that game in spells, but they were the better team overall and deserved the win. But 3 from 4 in the month of January is very, very good indeed. And we shall end the month with... you're playing every week, Lewis. Stop it. We'll end the month with the transfer window. I'm not looking to sell anyone else other than Andy Dallas at this stage. I don't think. We've got Delev out. We've sold Reggie Lamb as well. Yeah, it's just the three strikers that we have no further need for. So we're looking to move on now. Andy Dallas is one of my most valuable players. And I'd like to get as much for him as we possibly can. His potential could be what helps us earn a little bit more for him, although his default potential is only 68. A couple of you guys saying in the comment section you have managed to get him into the early 70s, not slightly higher, but I don't think we can afford the patience to get Andy Dallas to that stage of our own accord. If we can't sell him, then fine, we'll keep him at the club and he could be a squad player, but I think moving him on is the right thing to do for the squad to improve elsewhere, as we certainly have better prospects at striker. So the biggest transfer deals of this window: Jose Maria Jimenez to Juventus, Ashraf Hakimi to Tottenham, and Diatta to Valencia. We'll have a quick look and see if there were any other large ones. Jadon Sancho obviously going through. Koulibaly went through in September, so that one went through outside of the window and actually was the biggest deal since the end of the summer window. Pjanic has gone to Liverpool, we know that one. Looking for more September deals there. Mauro Icardi to Manchester United. Gonçalo Guedes to Chelsea. Kimi, we saw. Davinson Sanchez in October went to Juventus. Well, that was when the deal was agreed. Obviously, he would have joined them at the beginning of January. Diatta there. Guerrero went to Chelsea as well this month. Mikel Merino to Napoli. Angel Correa to Tottenham. That was done in October. Jonathan Tyle, we saw that in a game earlier on. Klosterman to Liverpool. Beretta to Frankfurt. We're just some smaller deals now, so we won't waste your time having a look at those. But we will end the month, hopefully, in a much higher league position to where we were previously. We've dropped from 16th to 19th with that one defeat, but certainly massive improvements made in today's episode. And Dominic Evans looks like he could grow into becoming quite a decent player for us too. 5'7", looks like he's going to be better suited to right back than anywhere else. Marcus Wilson, 16 years of age, growing well still, but still not advancing as quickly as we might have liked. Dominic Wright, the same. Bradley Murphy, I don't know about him. Definitely Dominic Evans looks like he could be a very good player for us though. Don't know as I'm training him yet. So many people to train. I just find myself torn as to who to actually go with. Right, strikers, you're being trained next. Abadia, Adebayo and Nibs. Hey, 46 finishing now for Abadia. Wonder whether that could have seen the ball end up in the back of the net on a second occasion against Scunthorpe. Really, really pleased with today. Even despite that final defeat, massive strides forward taken. And actually, we have a game in hand on those around us because of that moved Ipswich game. If we win that game in hand, we could still be up as high as, well, probably not 15th because of goal difference, but 16th. 37 points still. We are 11 points off the playoffs now, but with that game in hand, it could be less. Well, that game in hand isn't going to get played until the very end of the season, so we will probably carry that game in hand all the way until we play Ipswich on the 8th of May. Right then, I will see you in tomorrow's episode. I'm pleased with that. 2 pre-contract signings, some much better performances, bigger haul of points, and plenty to build upon moving forward. Probably getting ahead of ourselves thinking maybe we could push the playoffs, but you never know. You never know. I won't write it off just yet. I'll see you tomorrow.